Hey friends, let's talk about Seint makeup because it's amazing. It is our cream-based clean makeup. All of these magnetic tins fit into your palette. When you used one, you replace one. So it saves you so much money in the long run. You can custom pick all of your eyeshadow colors. No more buying a palette with a million colors that you use one or two shades. So it's awesome, and I'm going to show you my #1 way to start using this makeup. You can just smear it on with your fingers or place dots with your fingers. It's going to give it a little bit of time to warm up with your skin temperature, and then we're going to blend. So this is a perfect way to start to make sure you don't overuse. This makeup is different than what you have used in the past, and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm going to start with my main highlight shade first. This is the color closest to your skin tone, and I will let you know what that color is. So don't worry about picking something yourself. You don't need to. I will do it for you. I'm going to put this color in the bottom half of my face, or as we like to say, your beard area. So this is very quick. You can do this in the car. You can do this at work. You can do this wherever. It's awesome for traveling because all you're taking is a palette, and that can be a different size, even smaller, and a couple brushes, and you're good to go. So I'm taking this color and putting this on this bottom half of my face. You can see those little marks. I'm putting some around my nose because I have a lot of discoloration there. So if you have a lot of discoloration, using your main highlight shade is going to give you the most coverage. Anything that's too light is not going to really help cover those discoloration spots. So I like to put this color under my eyes, around my nose, that bottom half of my face, in the middle of the forehead. These are kind of the standard places. Again, you can use a little bit less under your eyes if you don't have as much discoloration or fine lines. Next, I'm gonna go to my brighteners. So our brighteners are 2 to multiple shades lighter depending. Mine's like pretty light compared to my main. I'm taking this color and putting a little bit in between my eyebrows, down the center of my nose, inner and outer corners of my eyes. And these are all going to spread out and meet the next spot and become one single layer of makeup. So no more layering makeup, no more looking like you have a pile of makeup sitting on your face that is just aging and looking dry. So I'm putting a little bit of that brightener, Cupid's bow, center of the chin, again, center of that nose, center of that face. So we're kind of bringing all this lightness towards the center of your face. And last but not least, contour, which is crazy and scary and people kind of get nervous about it. This is the star of the show. You need contour. Contour is going to add the shadow and bring out all of your features. So I'm tapping into that. I'm going to just use my finger and smear it at the top of my forehead. So we're going to put this at the top of the forehead, rainbow shape, temple to temple. We're going to find our cheekbone, which you can feel. We're going to put that right on your cheekbone or slightly above. It's better to go a little bit too high than too low. We're not going to go past that edge of your eye. We don't want to get this color down into that beard area. We do not want to mimic facial hair. So again, cheekbones around the forehead. I'm going to put a little bit under my lip to make my lip look pouty, so it creates that shadow. I'm going to do my nose last because that's the way I like to do it. You can totally do it all at the same time if you would like, and I'm going to put a little bit underneath my jawline. So, all right, now I'm going to blend. So the blush and bronzer brush is usually what I recommend for one brush. If you're going to just get one brush, you also can grab this up with the bronzer bundle, which is going to save you some money, which who doesn't like to save money? So I'm taking the small side of this brush and I'm just pressing this into my skin. Again, it's going to spread out all of these colors I put on, keeping it nice and thin. It's meeting that line or mark next door, and you will see the magic come alive. Creating this 3D foundation is just gives you a three-dimensional face because our faces are three-dimensional. So we've always just made them flat. So adding that contour is again going to add a lot of dimension, bring out all of your bone structure, and even cause optical illusions. So if your nose is a little bit wider than you like, you can make your nose look thinner by adding contour. If you have a jowl and you want to make that look thinner, you totally can do that. So it's pretty amazing stuff. I'm taking that same brush and I'm just lightly flicking up, spreading out that contour line. You don't need a lot here. We just want to diffuse it. We don't want a line sitting in our face. So kind of go up and towards your hairline on both of those spots. So I'm just pressing this in, pushing it in, pulling it back. If your hair is light or blonde, gray or white, you can kind of hold your hair back. We don't want to get a bunch of makeup into our hair. All right, so all of those colors are blended. I'm gonna tap a little bit on my eyelids. And then I'm gonna add my nose contour. So you can see my nose does not have any contour. I'm taking my finger, tapping in with my ring finger. I'm going to meet my other finger. This is kind of an easy, foolproof way. And then just drag it down. So you can use one finger at a time, you can use both fingers at a time. Don't fret if you get a little messy, it's okay, everything is fixable. So I'm taking that same brush, tapping that out. Again, just kind of softening up those lines. We don't want to remove it completely, we just want to spread it out. If you feel like you've gotten too dark here, you can totally tap back into your brightener. One tiny tap, again, a little bit goes a long way. We do not want to swipe into our colors, we're just kind of touching. And then again, I'm gonna bounce that down the center of my nose. I'm gonna add some bronzer. I love to kind of mix my cream illuminator with my bronzer to give myself a very glowy look. So I'm just dusting this on, hitting the bristles. There's not, you can see a little bit of color, but nothing's clumped together. Everything's just kind of a wash here. So tapping that on the top of the forehead, cheekbones, and of course, my neck. So this makeup is super quick. Once you get used to it, I mean, a little bit goes a long way. You learn the spots very quickly and you can just throw it on. I'm gonna do a little Saint Tropez for spring. So it's fun to kind of add a little pop of color. This is a very kind of mellow, light melon peachy color. Super pretty if you're a fair toned person. Take that brush, push it in, spread those dots out. And these are so concentrated that these lip and cheek colors will last you a very, very long time. I love kind of mixing things together to create my own custom blends here. So I'm gonna put a little bit of Royal Lip and Cheek on my lips, which is a warm berry shade. And then of course, if it's too dark or too light, you can always adjust with another color in your palette. So sometimes it's fun to have a few, just to have a little bit of variety. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add a little bit of dimension to my eyelids with my contour. So this contour shades double as eyebrow fill-in or eyeshadow. So I'm tapping in. I am gonna clean this brush really quick. So I'm using my brush cleaner here and just swirling this on a paper towel. You can also use a microfiber cloth here and dipping into my contour shade with this big fluffy side. And again, just creating a little dimension. So all of our things in our palettes double as other things. You can use eyeshadow on your lips. You can use contour on your eyes and eyebrows. You can use it for lip liner. You can use your bronzer for obviously eyes or lips. So really, it's just all about being creative and multi-purpose, and you're saving a ton of money that way. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, the smear hack or cheetah hack, as we call it, is the #1 way to start applying this makeup. Bye.